If everything was perfect, if everything was absolutely just how you envisioned it to be, if everything was completely organized and just so, how boring would this world be? What thrill would there be in creating, in viewing, in seeing the truth? What would be the purpose? Where would the diversity be? Do you understand? Perfectionism has been a very big part of my life since I was a little kid. And it's something that has been conditioned into me and into everyone, I believe. As a little child, it's a disease to have perfectionism because it's untrue, it's not real. Perfectionism is a personal perception. I just have to show you guys my drink. It's beautiful. It's different. It's different for everybody, perfectionism. And in that way, I think perfectionism is pretty perfect because everybody has a different opinion of what perfect looks like. So there lies diversity, but it's a disease. It upholds expectation, first of all. It makes you question what is actually perfect and what is unclear, perhaps. What structure are you adhering to that declares perfectionism? If we lived in a thoroughly perfect society, we would have something like The Giver, if you've ever watched that movie. We would have something ugly. We would have something imperfect, ironically. And it's just not rational. It's a false reality, really. It's a conditioning of capitalism. It's a need for absolute optimal action in order for you to be of great service to the big corporations. It's a smokescreen that's going to actually impede potential, block your creativity, block your ability to even create and express. It is the reason for why people have writer's block, creator's block, anything block. It's because you are striving with expectation for something to be a way that it needs to be. And for feeling like something needs to be a certain way, it is unideal for your higher self to have that. And your expectations are just too high. They're not attainable. You have the wrong intentions going about it. In a way, it's resistance because you are striving for perfection, yet you are not striving for perfection. You are striving for a false idea of perfection. Those two things cancel out each other. And it's not going to get you anything. You're not going to have perfection, real perfection, and you're not going to have the perfection that you perceived to be perfect. What is really perfection? What do you really think perfection is? Because it is nowhere near what you believe perfection is. Who are you to know what perfection is? Who truly knows what perfection is. I mean, everybody's allowed to have a perception of what perfection looks like. That is what makes diversity. That is what breathes difference and creativeness into this world. It's important to have a sense of taste, but it is another thing to limit yourself. You are limiting your capabilities, your potential, stunting your growth for something that isn't even perfection, that may not even be beauty. And especially if you are adhering to somebody else's outlook of what perfection is. Perfection is chaos, in my opinion. Perfection is imperfection. Perfection is a beautiful conglomerate of just every single piece of the spectrum of emotion, color, feeling, beauty and ugly, and everything. That's perfection to me. You want to know what's perfect? This world. This world is pretty perfect. But we are co-creators. We should have taste. We should have an ability to create something without limitation. We should be able to discern when we are acting upon maybe fear, inadequacy, a false identity, whatever it may be. You have to discern where this perfection is coming from, this perfection. Try first on the training bike. And don't limit yourself. Don't limit your capabilities. Be chaotic. That's beautiful. And then take off the training wheels. Put on some limitations that you believe make your work authentically perfect to who you are at the core. There are a lot of false realities that we accept to be true in this world and that run our life, that run the show. They run our creative energy. They run our expressive energy. They run the damn show. And if you don't step up and you don't assert yourself into the chaotic energy, you know what is necessary for you to create with peace, with order, organization, balance. Knowing these things, knowing what brings you an organized, stable, balanced state of being, and calling that forth and embodying it. And then with that shield, with that protective shield over you, you have the ability to reach into the chaos and to pull something valuable out that is actually going to be fruitful to you instead of bring you more limitations, bring you more suffering. It's really something you need to act on. It's something that you have to realize yourself. You have to, at least at a surface level, understand what it means to be independent, to be understanding of who you are and what is necessary in order for you to keep a clear head, to keep a calm vision, a calm and steady fixed vision, and identify what stands in the way, what is the evil that is trying to bring you down and put you into a frequency that is going to inhibit the beauty that you have to offer this world. And one of those things is imperfection.